I'm not being hyperbolic. I'm not exaggerating when I say that Tomb Raider may be cooked. This may be the nail in the coffin for good. I want to have hope, but I don't. Any little ounce of hope that I had that the next game was going to flop and Crystal Dynamics would get fired and we'd have a new studio and Embracer would give us more classic Tomb Raider because the classic remasters did well, that little bit of hope I had, it's gone. It's gone. I do have people in the Tomb Raider community trying to encourage me right now and say, keep fighting though. It's okay. Keep fighting. We didn't come this far just to roll over now. But I don't know. I think we're cooked. I think we're done. Let's go ahead and dive into this video so I can explain for those who are like, what's going on here, right? So this report comes to us by Infinity Tomb Raider, who says Phil Rogers has been appointed CEO of Embracer Group, replacing Lars Wingefors, founder of the holding company. Rogers was previously CEO of Eidos Interactive, which tanked. Under his leadership, Square Enix's Western activities tanked. And CDE Entertainment, leading Crystal Dynamics and Eidos Montreal since 2008. Tank. Everything he touches turns to dookie. I don't know how the dude failed up, but here we are. So Phil Rogers' new position will be effective from August 1st, and he will no longer be co-CEO of Embracer. Lars Wingefors has been proposed to be elected as executive chair of the board of Embracer on September 18th, but will no longer be part of the executive management team. Here is the source from Embracer.com, straight from the horse's mouth. Now, mind you, we got the remasters in the first place because of Embracer, not because of Crystal Dynamics. Crystal Dynamics did not want to do the remasters. Not under Square Enix did they either. When people were begging them, they refused. And Embracer, after acquiring Tomb Raider and the development studios within, they heard the fans who have been begging for remasters, and then they outsourced them to Saber to develop and Aspyr to publish. That is the story. That's what happens. That's the only reason why we got anything good from Tomb Raider in recent history. Right? So what happened in 2008? 2008 is when Tomb Raider Underworld dropped, right? That is when it launched. And what happened after that? That's when the reboot initiative happened. And I know that a lot of people still like the Tomb Raider reboot games. I'm not going to say they are terrible games because they can be fun in their own right. Granted, not something I have any desire to go back to because they are just tedious, linear, basic, overdramatic story. But I digress. Regardless, even if you like these games a lot, which I did on my first playthroughs, they are not Tomb Raider games, and they are not true Tomb Raider games. They have the same title, but they're more along the lines of a watered down Uncharted game with a completely different character who just happens to have the same name as Lara Croft, right? So that's what's going on with that. But look what happened with the reboot trilogy. They did not meet expectations in sales. While the first game did sell well numbers-wise, it did not pull in the profits that it needed, and the entire reboot trilogy broke even essentially. So they were not able to bring in profits. Meanwhile, the classic Tomb Raider remasters have raked in lots of profit because people love classic Lara Croft, the real Lara Croft, right? So this is not looking good. This man is responsible for tanking Tomb Raider, for ruining studios. And now he's back. I don't know why. I don't know how this happened. I really don't know. Now, we know that Crystal Dynamics in general, they've been pretty heck bent on ruining Tomb Raider and changing Tomb Raider from Lara Croft being an actual Tomb Raider to making her a protector of artifacts instead, and a restorer of artifacts. Restore them to their rightful owners. Let's turn her into a woke superhero instead of the grave robber and adrenaline junkie almost sociopath that she was originally, that everybody loved, because you don't always have to play as somebody who is a superhero, right? So they're changing that. They're changing Lara Croft, changing the entire premise of the game. What we've seen lately, and I've made videos about with the crossover events, have been just watered down, trying to unify Lara Croft, but you can't unify classic Lara with reboot Lara with woke Lara. It's not going to happen. They have completely different motivations. They have completely different backstories. They have completely different families. They have completely different appearances. They have completely different personalities. It's like at some point you can't pretend they're the same person when everything about them is different drastically, right? So then we have here from Rhino, who is a huge Tomb Raider fan, and he reports great video game news as well. Also, mind you, this is somebody who did not abandon me because of my religious beliefs and my Christian beliefs, and because I'm against, woke ideology and the LGBTQ stuff. Mind you, to my knowledge, he is for these things. He did not abandon me, so I give him props for respecting my religious beliefs and understanding that it is not out of hate that I believe the way that I do. It is out of love for society, even if he disagrees where I'm coming from. So shout out. Anyway, he says, so he tanked Eidos, tanked Square Western Division, and tanked Crystal Dynamics with Avengers and Tomb Raider, and now he's appointed to tank all of Embracer? Exactly what is going on here? He's failing up. Strange how such people get too many opportunities and get rewarded for their failure even. It's disgusting. Right? We have Aya here who says, translation, Crystal Cook. Phil Rogers has clawed himself to becoming CEO of Embracer Group, replacing Lars. He's most likely going to risk tanking all of Embracer to save Crystal's incompetent butts again. I hope he chooses his job over them, because he can't have both. And then we have the Core Design fan account here. Love her. She says, yeah, not only he's most likely going to sink Tomb Raider for good, he's probably going to sink the whole company, since he has already proven his incompetence a lot of time. And then we have Aya here who replies and says, well, there's on the line this time, so this guy has to watch it. He can't keep saving them for eternity. All right, we have a lot of people who don't like this. We have people asking for the history on it, in which Aya explained that he tanked Eidos, he tanked Square Enix Western Division, tanked Crystal with Avengers and Tomb Raider, but that wasn't enough, and now he's ready to bankrupt every studio under Embracer, right? So, yeah, we have a lot of people who are not happy about this, and I am not being hyperbolic or exaggerating whatsoever that this does not look good for Tomb Raider at all, and Tomb Raider, this could be the nail in the coffin for Tomb Raider. Morale is really low among classic fans upon this news, right? And and this is the thing, is there's going to be the reboot fans in the community that don't like the classic fans, right? Who are going to be dancing about this and celebrating that we're upset. And it's like, okay, boo-boo, y'all have your fun dancing and celebrating, but just know this guy is going to tank Tomb Raider in all of its entirety, including the version of Lara Croft, the fake Lara Croft, imposter Lara Croft that you love, right? That Netflix abomination that already tanked in viewership but is getting a season 2 because it was already originally signed for 2 seasons. So y'all go ahead and have your fun right now, but that ain't gonna exist either, because trust me, ain't nobody wants that crap except for your little small group, okay? And as much as you keep egging this on and encouraging this, it will tank the entire franchise. So there you have it for this video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I think that we won't be actually seeing classic Lara Croft for a while. Hopefully, I'm proven wrong, but I'm not counting on it. I think that this is the nail in the coffin for Tomb Raider. I think that Tomb Raider is going to die for a long time, and it's going to be, I mean, we're probably still going to get the next mainline game, but it's going to be terrible. It's going to be, at best, milquetoast boring. So, yeah. And at worst, it's just going to be a woke nightmare. But we'll see what happens. But I don't anticipate good things for the franchise. I think most likely this will be the nail in the coffin, and it won't be for a long time. I'm talking maybe 10, 20 years that we see a resurgence of actual classic Lara Croft done right. But we'll see what happens. Thank you all again for hanging out with me today. As always, if you want me to read the Bible to you, you can check out my Bible channel where I have the whole Bible read on there, as well as daily devotionals that I started last week on my Bible channel, Bible Time with Melanie Mack. I also started Verse of the Day in short form content. Here we go. So I'm also posting these on X. I made a new X account, Bible Time with MM. That's where you can find, or if you search Bible Time with Melanie Mack, it'll probably show up. That's where you can find these that I post here. I post them on my Instagram Reels, on my new Bible account there, Bible Time with MM, or Bible Time with Melanie Mack. I think I could have the whole URL there. Just search that on Instagram as well. On YouTube, I'm uploading these shorts. And then, of course, I have all my regular channels on X, on Instagram, at Melanie Mack. But I wanted a designated Bible channel as well, because as y'all know, I do a lot of memeing. I do a lot of trolling about what's going on in the world. And yeah, so I still talk about the Bible and Christian stuff on these platforms, but I also wanted to have platforms that are sacred and that are exclusive for the Word of God and the teachings from the Holy Word. So anyway, there you have it for this video. Thank you again for watching. I'll catch you next time. In the meantime, go boom.